Mark, you didn't listen in line. Shh. Daniel and Rayan, you were in the middle of the line. You should already be in. Shh. Mara, get your inquiry book, pencil case and get moving. There's already a sticky note going flying. Shh. I said you weren't listening line. That's a new camera. Shh. Can you put those away, please, like you were asked? Shh. Faster. Faster, faster, faster. Scarlett, you need your inquiry book and your pencil case and into Mr. Davies' class. You're doing SEL with Mr. Siaka. Shh. Whose jumper is still out on the table? It needs to go away. And wrap your food container. Shh. Just leave. Please leave things as they are. As I said, I've already set up. So we can get our rotations started so you can get through as many rotations as possible. Yes, please. Aiden, can you please leave that where it was because I've already set up for rotations. Shh. Okay, shh. Eyes up. I'm going to repeat my instructions. Some people weren't listening in line. I know it's very windy outside. You are asked to come in, Daniel, and put your things away and sit down quickly. You will find things on your table today that you will need. Shh. I have put the purple sticky note with your BPM, your beats per minute resting heart rate, as well as what your heart rate would need to be to have a 50% increase that we did yesterday on your tables. You might need that for today's activity. That way it's going to make it quicker for us to rotate. You don't have to calculate it. It's already there. I've also set up the equipment you listed on your experiment procedure set out on tables ready for us to test. Remember, we are testing our hypotheses today that we did in our group. So we're going to rotate around. So please leave things as you found them. Is it about what we're doing? Okay. Thank you. I have 3 on my board. Hands up if you don't have one. Xavier, that looks like you're writing to me. Look at that. Miriam, one of these. My guess would be you didn't follow instructions, no name. As I said, new camera today, new microphone, brand new. You will notice there are things attached to the camera and on the table next to Owen. You need to move carefully. Please don't walk through here. Walk around. This is really important because today, remember, we're going to test your hypotheses. We're going to get moving.
Is that the camera?
Shh.
What
So,
about the
stop. Please don't call out. If you want to ask a question, put your hand up. So we have to be really careful. We are going to get moving and test our hypotheses, so you need to be really mindful of where the camera is and where you are today. Okay. Shh. Let's start. Shh. Just with a quick recap. I'm going to go back. So, what have we been learning about? Selena? Yeah, our heartbeat or? BPM, which is? Thanks. Selena and Amara, can you take your beanies off, please? Been learning about our heart rate, our beats per minute. Who remembers how to calculate it quickly? Shh. Owen? Yep. So you count how many beats you can feel over 10 seconds, and then you multiply it by 6. Why? Why do we multiply it by 6? It's not because I like 6. It's my favourite number. Why do we multiply it by 6, Ada?
Because that's how many seconds there are in a minute.
6 times 10 is 60. There are 60 seconds in a minute. We talked yesterday about working out percentages and fractions, because remember our hypothesis today is that we need to increase our heart rate by how much? Anyone other than Callum? Somo, how much? 50% increase. How did we work out 50% increase of our BPM? How did we work it out? Xavier? Yep, but then how do we work out a 50% increase? So I had 60 beats per minute yesterday. That was my resting heart rate. And then I worked out what was a 50% increase. Do you remember how we worked out? Because that's not a 50% increase. 60 is my beats per minute from resting. How do I work out a 50% increase in that? Owen, do you remember?
You first, so half of 60 is 30.
Mm-hmm.
So you half 60.
Yep.
And make that 30. And then plus that, plus those two numbers together to get 90.
So to get an increase of 50% on my resting heart rate, I will need to get 90 beats per minute. Okay? Shh. Quietly, please, those people with solar car. Can you please collect, Aidan, can you collect your purple slips and can you give them to Mr. Davies, please, and Somos? Thanks. That way then I've got them at the end. Shh. Okay. Let's refresh. We've written some experiments and procedures of how we are going to increase your heart rate by 50%. Who wants to share what's your group's procedure? What are you going to do? Callum.
Run up and down corridor 20 times should increase your heart rate by 50%.
So I've got some running up and down the corridor that's actually set up in the corridor and there are cones there so you know your course. Another group, Owen, what's your group doing?
10 burpees.
Yes, we have lots of burpees. Owen, do you want to explain what a burpee is? Or demonstrate. Do you want to come out the front and demonstrate? Who's brave and wants to have a... Rebecca, do you want to come and show us all? And then up, burpee. Well done. Thank you, Rebecca. We do have lots of burpees. Another group, we have burpees. We have running up and down the corridor. There's another one. Catherine, what's your group doing? Star jumps. So how many star jumps do you need to do? Or what's your hypothesis? 20 star jumps will increase your BPM by 50%. Selena? 25 push-ups will increase your BPM by 50%. Is that your group's procedure? Okay, fantastic. Let's move on to the fun part so we get moving. Okay? So in the next bit, in a minute, we're going to go around and we are going to test eyes up your group's hypothesis. Now, lots of groups have mentioned that you need paper and pencils. Nod your head if your group has put paper and pencils. Yep. The thing I wanted to check with you is you didn't mention what paper you wanted. Do you want, and I don't think you need it, a sheet like this, or can people just take their scrapbook or their jotter pad around with them? Would that be fair? Scrapbook, nod your head if it's fine for a scrapbook and jotter pad. You can use that to calculate, Owen? Yep. Can you all get out your mini scrapbooks and a pencil, please, because you've got to take them with you and put them on your table. Okay. Now, well done, Catherine. Well done, Chloe. So you need some paper, something to write with, to record your beats per minute. And that. Now, the other thing I would take with you, this will save you time. Take your sticky note. It already has your resting heart rate as well as your increase by 50% what heart rate you would need to reach, which is important, isn't it, for our hypothesis, Scarlett? Take this with you. I finish and then you can ask me? Okay? So when you go around to your group's activities, after you've done the activity, you're going to do what? What's really important, because remember we're hypothesising that your activity will increase your heart rate by 50% after you do an activity. What are you going to have to do, Selena? Check your... How are we going to check it? Yep. Same method. Because we've just done an activity, Michael, are we expecting the same beats per minute as our resting heart rate? What are we expecting that's going to happen? Scarlett?
50% increase.
We're hoping for that. Is it going to increase? Are we expecting an increase? We're hoping. It would be amazing if we got exactly a 50% increase. So you might need to work out. You'll need to work out after your activity, Amara, your heart rate to see whether the hypothesis is correct, whether your heart rate has increased by 50%, okay? So that's really important after your activity. We're going to cycle around. I've set them up in a minute. I'll get you to move, not yet. And you're going to test your hypotheses. You're going to start with your own groups, okay? So you're going to start with your own group's hypothesis. You are going to test it, so you follow the procedure at each station, okay? Rotate through. Each Scarlet person will be a different test subject, okay? You can each have go of test subject. Remember, you need a test subject, usually a timer and a recorder, okay? When we rotate, after we've done, everyone's had a go at one activity, we're going to rotate around. What are we going to have to do before we start our next activity to get an accurate result? What do you think we might have to do in between each station so we get an accurate result? Owen, what do you think? Rest. You are absolutely right. Why do we have to rest, Owen?
Because if we just go straight away to another activity, our heart rate will probably not increase as much because we've already just done the activity.
Absolutely right. Because we've just done an activity, our heart rate would have already been increased, and it will still be high, won't it? We need to bring it back down. So we need to do a calming or a resting activity. We're going to do some box breathing together before we start each activity, new rotation, okay? And we want to get accurate results. We really want to see whether our hypothesis is correct, don't we? Any questions before we start getting into positions? Now, Callum.
These probably won't be accurate because maybe you did something yesterday which you didn't do today, and then your heart rate will probably be
Maybe. We'll talk about that later, but I just want you guys to have as much time as possible to actually test out your hypothesis. That's the fun part, right? Fair? Yep. So it's really important that you are listening in between so we can get accurate results so we do our breathing. I'm going to tell you where each station is. Listen out so you know where you start, okay? When I ask you to stop, you need to stop. Any questions? Are we all good on what we're doing? Yep, awesome. Okay, group 1, you are going to start in the corridor because your cones are set up. Callum, Raf, Rayan. Take your book, something to write with, your sticky note. Group 2, Owen, Somo, Michael. You are going to start, I believe, at the table behind. Here. There should be a 2 on your sheet to show you that station 2. Group 3, you are out in the corridor on the blue tables. Jazzy, Miriam and Catherine. Group 4, Jake, Xavier, Owen, you are over this table over here, closest to the door. Group 5, Chloe, Amara, Ella and Rebecca, you are next over here. Group 6, Jessica, Ada, Scarlett, potatoes over here. And finally, group 7, Selena, Aiden and Daniel, you are over here. Can I ask maybe for today, Rebecca, for today, could you join with Selena because she's got no one in her group? Would that be okay? Shh. Okay, you've got 10 seconds to get into your groups. Shh, quick. 9, shh, 8, shh, 7, shh, 6, shh, 5, shh. Scarlett, Ada and Jessica. Here. Okay, off you go. Go through your procedure, follow it, test it. The hypothesis. He's gone, he's taken some time out. Maybe just start without him.
Are you the sacrificial sacrifice?
He came in really upset, so I'm just going to give him some cool down time. I haven't had time to.
Ada, are you going to be the
Girls, yours is here. So who's going first? Who's going to do the burpees?
I will be the sacrificial sacrifice.
Excellent. How many is she doing? Count. Make sure she gets it right. Go. Count. She's going. Get ready to... Timer should be getting ready to time to see. What her heart rate? Girls. I would go straight to doing your push-ups. Go. Who's going first? Who's doing 25? Do it with me.
I could try. I don't really.
Watch Rebecca. Excellent. I love your positive attitude. Oh, here, I'll show you my cheap version. 1. On your knees. 2. Shh. Go, keep counting. She's got to do 25. Shh. Ada, you need to stop. You're not focusing. You should be helping your group. Love the moral support, Raph. Have you got a timer ready? Got the calculator? Because remember, we want to see, does his heart rate increase by 50%? Buddy, something's happening. I'll have a chat to you when we finish this. Is that okay? In the meantime, I'm glad that you found a safe space. I know where you are. So girls, who's the test? Oh, excellent, well done.
One person needs to first, and the other person needs to time. And then if you're okay,
I'm just saying, camp would just start.
after 10 burpees, just see if is that going to be accurate to this count?
Where's the iPad? Oh, you guys, I'll get you an iPad. Equipment. You didn't list equipment.
How many seconds do you count your heart rate for? 20 seconds. That's the recorded heart rate.
She's still going. Okay, get ready. Have you got the timer? Get ready. She's got to take her heart rate.
The fake one. It was still tiny.
You're not focused. You need to have this clock ready because she now needs to do it. Get your beats. Get your pulse.
Okay. I'm gonna use my heart.
So when she tells you go, start counting, and then when she tells you stop, stop. So 15.
15 times.
Yeah.
30,
Should be 90. I think it should be 90, am I right? So what was her resting heart rate?
It was 70.
Ooh.
If it increased, I was actually thinking about it if I increased.
So did we get to a 50% increase? Oh, so Selena, start push-ups.
No! Because my 50 increase.
Come on.
50% increase for that was 7.
No, use the one that you already had because we don't have time. Freeze.
Should we just pull it back up?
Shh, just freeze.
Sorry,
Jessica, we might need Scott in here. We've just had a camera meltdown. Girls, can you go over in the corner, please? Shh. Girls, over in the corner, not here. Remember what I said about the camera, please. So it's just gone down and that's come out.
Oh, that's okay. There'll be enough battery for the rest of the class anyway. Probably.
Who's done it? Have you each had to go yet?
No.
How many's had to go?
Me.
Well, let's go. Quick, quick, quick. Watch what they're doing. Boys, if you need more space, you're welcome to work outside if it's not too wet.
Even if you don't get that much. Good job,
Have you both done it now? Have you both calculated it?
No, I haven't done mine.
Okay, quick. Come on. Okay, so what did you work out yours to get to?
So my BPM.
Increased to 150.
Yeah.
So is it exactly a 50% increase? Not
No.
Is it more or less than what you expected?
Less than what we expected.
Okay. Okay, so let's get Michael to do it. Let's see whether you get the same results for Michael. Love it, Zach. I think we might have been a little bit too ambitious with some of them.
Here, let me join you.
How are we going over here? Has everyone had a go yet? Okay, you need to keep going so everyone gets a go of trying to do the activity and calculating their heart rate. No. Selena, stop. Look where you're walking. What did I say? Walk around for me. How did you go?
60 and now it's 138. The theory is
So
true,
did-
it increases by
Do
50%.
you think yours is accurate,
Yeah,
hypothesis?
because when I was doing my rest one, when I increased it by 50%, it was 72.
Stay at your station. We're about to rotate. Just stay where you are. Watching where the camera is. Have you all had a go of testing your hypothesis? Was it accurate? Did anyone's increase by exactly 50%?
Mine increased by
More or less than 50%? So,
definitely less.
so less? So what might you have to do to get a 50% increase? You have to change your experiment. Maybe more burpees? So you've all had a go of calculating? No?
Can we change our thing now?
No, because the other groups have to do it. Come on, Raph. Come on, Raph. How many of you have calculated your, just you, so we need to keep moving? Okay.
My goal was 252. 200. I only got 200.
Girls, have you all had a go of calculating? All done the activity and had a go?
We're trying to increase Catherine's heart rate.
No, each have a go. Don't worry about getting Catherine's exact, okay?
Did you see what burpees look like? Are you ready to give it a go yourself?
Wait, I did it! We did it! I did it!
Exactly. Did yours increase exactly?
So we timed it by
It's 18 times 6. 108. Okay, and is that your target?
I like how it's just us.
You're going to move on and you're going to move together, but you just need to wait.
What are we doing here, guys? I can see people playing with toys. Finished, so you guys want to awesome and do it? Awesome. You're
And stop. Can I just have a quick show? Can you give me a thumbs up if you have had a go of being a participant and working out your heart rate and how much it increased from your activity? Shh. Right up so I can see. Well done. I know Selena and Rebecca have both done in their group. Well done, Jake's group. Shh. Jazzy, can you just freeze? Okay. Shh. Well done. Hands down. Who can tell me, was their hypothesis accurate? Who actually had a... Oh, really? Let's go then. Whose was inaccurate? Who did not get a 50% increase? Amara, you didn't get a 50% increase. What could you do to make your hypothesis more accurate? What might you have to do?
Maybe do less.
Why less? Was your heart rate, did it increase by 50% or less than 50%, more or less?
Mine was more.
Okay.
And
Okay, so you might have to change your hypothesis. I don't want you to change your hypothesis, okay? Because we are going to go and test others. Now, if you're one of those groups who you all didn't get a go, you need to remember to quickly do it. Each person needs to quickly do the activity and then test their beats per minute. And then the next person goes, okay? Can I just get you quickly and quietly, stop. Let's take a few quiet breaths, ready? So we go in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 3, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Beautiful. Now we want to keep our heart rates low. So we don't want to run to our next activity. We want to keep our resting heart rate. Point to where you're going next. We're going in a clockwise direction. Remember what I said, when you move, you need to make sure you get started at your next station quickly and all get a go. Very quietly leave what's there, take your pencils and books only and move to your next. Watching the camera. No. We've got 15 minutes, Jazzy. Can you hold on? Thank you. Shh. Ada's group, you should be over here. Push-ups, my favourite. Shh. So who's going first?
I'll go. Me. I'm
Quick, go, count it. You could, but you need different times. You are number 1, you look for station 2, clockwise direction. Shh. Owen and Xavier, you're rotating clockwise, you're over there. There you go. No, you're clockwise, you've gone anti-clockwise, yours is there. Rayan, remember what I said? Around. Okay, ready? Get your pops. Excellent, nice and quick this group. Look at Owen go. Which activity are you at?
I think there's a bit of an issue clockwise. These guys should be
No, they're going who should be here?
These guys started over there, so they should be here. Those guys.
There, so they go there. They go up in the numbers that one. Oh. Thanks,
And
Alex.
these guys have gone.
Oh, it doesn't matter, does
There
it?
it is. Just,
2, 3, I've done numbers.
because these guys are going the other way.
We'll work it out. We'll just make sure they do
Just
as they normally do.
like-
Thanks, Alex. I thought I set them up the right way.
Like, just do whatever one you have to do.
We're only going to do one more rotation. We won't have time to do them all.
Okay.
Because it's already half past. Well, you had 3 in there. I don't think, because of how they've designed them, I don't think you'd have time. We'd need the whole afternoon session. I'd get bored. There you go.
How many is that?
I think that's our problem. We had two. I'm exhausted watching you. I think burpees we were a little bit ambitious, weren't we?
Nice, Jake. Keep it up. Good,
It's
Selena.
We did 20. Oh no, we did 10.
Ah, see, so they're slightly different. Yes.
And they're saying we have to do a push-up better, but then their procedure doesn't. Yeah, because we forgot to put that in.
Read between the lines. Do whatever you have to do to make it work. I would. Okay.
So I should do the push-up or
30 burpees.
Can I just add that in? Because that was what I did.
Just do 30
Scarlett to do
Right
the
How many in this group have gone? Just one?
just Selena.
Okay.
Selena, are you finished?
So that's way more.
Yes. Can you wait till after this? We'll finish up. We've only got one more rotation. So Jake's done. Who's next? So you have to move quickly through.
One more rotation.
We only have time for just one more today, yeah. You guys look pretty exhausted anyway. No, I said at the end. You had lunchtime.
A low heart rate. Yeah, I know, so I reckon, did you count 26 seconds?
How many people have done your activity, Callum, in your group both? Just you? So now, Rayan, have you done the... Are you in this group, Rayan? No. Are you in... yes, you are. Are you in Callum's group? So each of you need to do it. No. So who's next? Who's next doing the burpees? Get ready.
Multiply that by
Have you both had a go? Yeah. Awesome. Fantastic. Did the experiment, was the hypothesis correct? Did it increase your heart rate by 50%?
Mine was close.
Close. Okay. Was it above or below 50% increase, Michael?
Below.
Only, the names are on it.
because it is hard to remember all these numbers, isn't it?
How many of you have done the activity? You each had a go? And have you all worked it out? Did anyone get an increase of 50%? Yeah. Who got 50%? Exactly. Gosh. So is it a larger increase or a smaller increase in the last activity? Oh, bigger. So burpees are a lot more high intensity maybe instead of push-ups. Selena, careful where you're walking. Have you all had a go of the activity yet? Okay, so we're just waiting for Chloe. Giving you one more minute. You've all had a go? Come on, quick, you've got a minute. Quick, quick, quick. Rayan, quick, go. Come on, Rayan, keep going, keep counting. You can do it. That's it, Rayan. Make sure you're ready to go. We don't have a lot of time.
Can we do 1 second then times it by 60?
It's not very accurate one though, is it?
Divide
That's why.
by 56. Was plus.
I know.
Did you work it out, Rayan? You worked it out, yeah? Yep. And freeze. Shh. Can I have a show of thumbs? Who's had a go of the activity and working out their heart rate? Oh, better this time. Looks like we've got more people. Fantastic. Thumbs down, eyes up. Shh. Thumbs down, eyes up. Now before I said to go in order, then I also said to go clockwise, which was opposites. So you need to be listening. I'm going to get you to choose an activity you haven't done, but can I say, please do not take stop. Do not take any equipment like the iPads with you. They need to stay with the group and the procedure sheets. I'm going to give you 15 seconds, and then you need to do this properly. We'll allocate your group to go to your final rotation. You may choose one that you have not done. Walk. Shh. And then don't start. We have to remember, bring our heart rates down. Shh. You've got 10 seconds to be at a station or I'll choose. 9, 8, 7, walk around girls. 6, shh. 5 seconds to find a station, don't start. 4, shh. 3,
There's a spot over here, guys. I'll give that to her.
2,
There's a spot over here, guys.
1. Okay. Shh. Freeze.
This one or this one? This one or this one?
Hands up if you're not at a station. We are now going to allocate you one. Go to the one at the back, please. Do not start. Remember, what do we need to do before we start, girls? We've just done our last activity. We need to rest to bring our heart rate down. Get ready. Let's follow box breathing. You can do the box with you if it helps. Shh. Ready? In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep taking big breaths in for 4 seconds and out for 4. Keep breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Just breathing. Not moving. We're lowering heart rate, not walking. Just breathing. Okay. We have 5 minutes to complete your last activity. Remember, you need to go through them quickly. Start following your procedures, please. Off you go. Shh. Well done. Catherine's ready to go. Shh. You right, Catherine? Now, you don't have to do a full push-up. You can do the ones on your knees too to make it easy, this group. Off you go. Done that one? Have you done that one? Doesn't matter if it's the same. If you just go to one that you haven't done, even if it's the same, you can redo it.
Jake just threatened to punch. Just mouthing it.
Boys, have you done the one here? It's all right, just redo it. So it's okay. That's good.
Yeah, that's definitely too hard.
Did Jake go outside? Jake, did he go outside?
I think so.
Okay.
We were standing by the door.
That's okay. I just wanted to check. I'll go get him later. I know. I'm sorry. Careful where your legs are going, Jessica. Remember the camera.
Last time I was 20 as well.
Wait, how would they knock the camera down from there?
50% increase would be 100.
Oh, sorry, Jessica. I'm right behind you.
Have you finished, Jessica? No. How many more?
That's how it counts.
It's been how many?
Quickly, Catherine's done, and the next person go. I've only got a few more minutes. It's just taking himself. I'm not going to chase him. I'll chase him after we wrap up this session.
Yours worked. Jessica's work.
Did she have 10 before?
What? How can
Did she have 10 before?
What?
She has 6 25. Oh.
Have you both done the tested it? How did you go? Same results or different this time? So you said this is pretty much the same as the last one.
This is the same as our one that we made up.
So did you get exactly the same results? No. Why? Oh, so you think your heart rate elevates more quickly because it's been higher already? Okay. Interesting.
Wait, is this one?
So this one's been closest for you guys. And this hypothesis was 10 verbally. So this one was 40 star jumps, 20 verbally, 10 verbally.
How many's done the activity so far? So how did
More than 50%, more than 100%.
Oh, more than so if it's more than 100%, what's happened to your original heart rate? Yeah, it's more than what? Doubled, hasn't it? If it's more than 100% increase. That's amazing. So push-ups are pretty high intensity, aren't they? Which activity have you done that increased your heart rate the
So
most?
this was the last activity.
This one, okay.
Only by 100%.
You might need to bring your heart rate down so you get a crisp result. That's when you're popping and
Are
popping.
you sure?
So 20 burpees. It's all burpees to do.
You look exhausted.
Probably why so many people
Oh my gosh.
Why do we do this?
You designed the experiment. Maybe next time try not to design such a difficult experiment. Or intense.
fraction of the same as 10 burpees and you're on 20. Definitely
Why did I just press that? Oh,
You don't have to time me this time. I know. I still have to time myself.
Have you all had a go first before Catherine has a second
Yes.
go?
Alex.
Alex got one. So go have a look at Rayan. It's out there, doesn't it?
I got 10. You got 60. Wait.
Oh, he's doing actually pretty well.
So it's 30% increase.
Oh, I hate to do this. Why?
Because I did 20 laps.
What? Oh. So was it 50% increase or more?
It's hot.
Is it more than a 50% increase? We're going to stop in a second, yes. Oh. I think I've got maybe 50% listening. And stop. Shh. I'm sorry, Mark, I just need you to stop and listen. Shh. Just getting you to stop moving too, please, Amara. Thanks. Eyes up. Eyes up. Shh. So at the end of our session, so let's just Scarlett, let's just quickly do a quick reflection. Let's sum up what we've done so far. So can I have some thumbs, please? Did you get the results you expected in your experiments? Yes? No? Who can add why? Who wants to explain? Anyone want to explain why you got the results or why you didn't get the results you expected? Miriam?
I think it's because of how intense some of the exercises were.
So you think some were too intense. What happened to the really intense exercises? What happened to your BPM? Too high. Okay. What happened to exercises that were not intense enough?
They decreased.
Did it decrease your beats per minute you're resting, or was it just not a big increase?
It wasn't a big.
So it was higher than your resting heart rate, but not 50% higher. Okay. What do you think? What's the relationship between heart rate and exercise intensity? What's the relationship? What happens? Who wants to take a risk? You want to have a... Owen, do you want to have a go?
It's kind of like the more like intense, it's kind of like your body needs more blood to circle through because it's circulate because it's trying to give blood to the parts that really need it right then, like your legs will probably get like a lot more blood while that, so like it needs to increase for the parts that you're using the most.
Yep. So what's the relationship?
But still to get it faster, like it needs to
So would it be the more intense exercise, the faster your heart beats? Yep. How can you use this knowledge to control your heart rate? How can you use what we've learnt to control your heart rate? Because have a think about it. When you're nervous before a big test or nervous before a race and your heart's racing, it's not a good thing. How can we use this to control our heart rate? How can we use what we've learnt? What could you do? What could you do when you feel your heart beating really fast? Jessica? Maybe do something calming like our box breathing. How did we use maths and science today and in our other two lessons? How have we used maths and science? Multiplication is maths, yeah. Yeah, multiplication is how we've used maths. We've also used maths with some percentages, haven't we, in fractions, halving numbers. Any questions or anything else you're curious to find out about with what we've looked at? Callum? Callum, can you repeat that so I can hear you? Okay. Okay. So talking about how we're all different and how, remember, we have different resting heart rates, and Callum's saying his was already quite high to start with, and that made it difficult for him to get a 50% increase. Thanks for sharing, Callum. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Can I get you very quietly, very carefully, remembering what's in our room, to pack up your scrapbook pencils can go away. Can I have procedures to me? iPads in the back cupboard, calculators at the front, remembering to move carefully around the room. Thank you. And when you're done sitting at your table so you're ready for Mr. Siaka. Once he packed up. Can I also have your sticky notes at the front?
It's like I left my sticky note at 1 and then I wondered where it was.
That was my fault. Miss Schleck's got to learn her clockwise and her numbers in the right position. Amara, remember what I said about walking here? No, I've just said something for a trick. Just give me a second. Just a second, sit down, we'll get them done.